Welcome to Tim's Tech Tips. This is Tim. It has now been 32 days since the World Health Organization has declared a global pandemic with coronavirus, and it has also been 74 days since my last haircut. So this video is sponsored by Blind Tiger Barber Company, the finest barber in Vancouver, Washington. Looking forward to that next cut. This video is on separating your home life versus your work life. A lot of people are working from home, and this whole working remotely thing is very new. So here's a few tips on how to separate the two, especially when you have a young family. You got to have some boundaries. So let's talk about that. I've been working from home for the last several years, and it's been working really well for me and my family. And so I want to share some tips there. So one thing is hold regular office hours. My wife and I have talked about that, and we know that I'm working from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a break for lunch. And we have to be a little bit flexible. Sometimes days go a little longer. Some days I can get off a tad earlier, but in general, hold regular office hours. Don't try to basically take long breaks during the day and then work in the evenings and then next day do something different. Try to keep it consistent. Try to also work from one space behind a closed door if possible, instead of moving your laptops all over the different rooms. You'll lose efficiency, you'll lose productivity, and then you don't have as good firm boundaries between what's work and what's home. So try to have a home office. There's some really inexpensive IKEA furniture that allows you to, even if you have very little space, have a collapsible desk that folds down against the wall and then opens up with a stand. Put a chair on, so you can even do it in, say, a master bedroom and turn it into an office. Sometimes it might be good to get a green screen if the room behind you is just a mess or just looks embarrassing or whatever, and then you can put something more professional on the green screen. And there's some inexpensive ones on Amazon, but the cheapest way is to build your own with a green sheet and just kind of keep it taut with some clips and a kind of a PVC pipe stand or something like that. We might do a whole Tim's Tech Tips on how to build your own green screen. One of our guys, Matt, did that himself, and it looks pretty good. Another tip is just ignore the distractions. Things around the home will get messy. Dishes will pile up. Kids will interrupt, and now you don't totally ignore the kids if you got to take care of the kids, right? But talk with your partner about that and figure something out so that you can get some time to focus. Some people have gone back and forth with their spouse about when they kind of make a schedule of when they kind of hand off things. But ignore the dishes for a little bit when you're working, and otherwise it could kill your work productivity, and save that for non-work time. And so all these tips are just about creating boundaries and being on the same page with the other people that you live with, whether that be spouse or roommates, whoever. So hopefully that's helpful for you. A few tips on separating home life from work life to maximize efficiency and productivity in the office.